Hey guys, so we have our first real teaser for this year's Legends Festival celebration, and it is just a GIF. That's all this is. It is a GIF of a sphere or a circle that is changing colors. Now, it's a bit tough to tell which color it's changing from, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reload the page, and we'll see what it starts as. So it looks like the ball starting as blue / gray and going to red. So there's, people are saying, okay, Spirit Bomb. Yeah, if you look at just the blue portion, sure, it could look like a Spirit Bomb, but like there's a reason why it's going red, right? In my opinion, there's really not that many options here, especially given that we know this is most likely going to be GT based. So I pulled up basically the first thing I could find of Omega Shenron, because this immediately made me think of Omega Shenron's negative energy Powerball attack. You can see the Dragon Balls on his chest. I mean, this is literally how his attack is performed. He uses the Dragon Balls to create like the negative energy Powerball itself. And the Dragon Balls obviously start as blue, and then they're starting blue, right? They're blue, much like the GIF here. And they're slowly turning red, right? So eventually they all become red. And then, well, I guess except this one in the middle. And then they shoot out the different beams of light to create the negative energy Powerball. And we already have this in the game. Like, you could literally see this exact attack in the game that's portraying what's happening in this GIF right here. So I think it's pretty obvious, at least in my opinion, that this is what we're looking at. Again, a lot of people have been predicting Tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta as being like one of the main headliners for this year's Legends Festival celebration. And now that we're getting this over here, what they typically end up doing, especially the last few big celebrations like the anniversary, they didn't really tease the major headlining characters. They teased sort of more the more sidelining characters. So I definitely expect at this point to be getting a new Omega Shenron, probably a 1% sparking Omega Shenron that hopefully is good. And I've been saying this in a few other videos I've made. Honestly, I've been saying this for quite a while now, but one of my most wanted characters is probably going to be a reviving Omega Shenron, which we could definitely get. If you guys remember in Omega's fight against Super Saiyan 4 Goku, before Vegeta showed up, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's Dragon Fist actually literally destroyed Omega Shenron, and then he put himself back together because of the power of one of the Shadow Dragons. So we potentially could see a reviving Omega Shenron that does that same exact thing, which I think would be really good. So let's just pull up, I guess we'll just pull up the Ultra version here. By the way, I really do think it is about time this guy gets his unique equipment, right? I mean, especially if we're getting a new Omega Shenron, what better time to give this guy his unique equipment than right now? But the reason why it's probably one of my most wanted characters is just because of the amount of teams he'd be helping. Regen, a team that just somehow, some way, some reason fell off the face of the earth, like just doesn't receive any help at all for multiple months at a time. GT is obviously the main focus, it seems like the main focus for the entire Legends Festival, at least part 1. Due to all the buffs it's been getting, and now obviously it looks like they're going to be getting more buffs with the GIF seemingly referencing Omega Shenron. So another big team right there. Powerful opponent, the team that probably is, potentially has access to one of the biggest rosters in the game. It's just for some reason they just don't like creating like a seamless powerful opponent team. Like every character on that team doesn't really want to work with the rest of the units on the team, right? It's strange, but still could be a good option for powerful opponent, like a new Omega Shenron, a revival character. Definitely help the Rising Rush control, quote unquote, stuff like that. But yeah, Regen GT powerful opponent, a character like Omega Shenron, buffing all 3 of those teams, that could still use some help. Very, very in favor of that. So hopefully this is probably, again, if this is an Omega Shenron, which I don't really know, like literally perfectly represents what happens here. I would be pretty happy with that, right? So I think at least for one of the banners, it's probably going to be 1% sparking Omega Shenron, and then tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. And I do expect Legends Festival this year to also still have the 2 step-ups next to each other. I don't think they're going to adopt the anniversary style for the Legends Festival this year, because Legends Festival this year is starting at the same time as it did last year. And with that in mind, if they're going to be keeping the same amount of characters they released during Legends Festival this year as they did last year, then I don't really see them changing the format, because if they were gonna change the format to the anniversary format, then that would entail that that they extend the duration of Legends Festival by basically a full month, right? Because for the anniversary we had UI Goku during basically June, right? Then we had Dragon Fist come out like later was it July? No, it was like later portion of June. I think it was, well, UI Goku technically came out end of May, right? Technically, like the very last day of May, or the second to last day of May, or something like that. Then Dragon Fist came out like mid to late June, and then Super Vegito came out like mid July. So you had like a 2.5 month period of the anniversary, 2.5 months. Legends Festival last year, we had the Goku and Vegeta and Trunks drop pretty much the same day that Legends Festival is coming out this year, and then Gogeta came out pretty much a month later, around Christmas time. I don't think they're going to extend Legends Festival to, spilling over into January, and then like have another big release character come out in January that's associated with Legends Festival, just because Black Friday, holiday time, New Year's, those are the big times that people are going to be spending. And those are the times that matter financially the most. Like, no one's really going to care about January revenue. It's never really that important for these games. And the marketing and all that stuff is all going to go way down in January. So I don't think they're going to change the format. That's my reasoning behind saying I don't think they're going to change the format. So again, I think we're probably looking at one banner, tag Goku and Vegeta, and now it looks like a 1% sparking Omega Shenron. And then the second banner is kind of just not, like, we don't know. It could literally be anything. I've seen some people talking about a Goku and Frieza from the Tournament of Power versus Jiren, which actually is an interesting thing that I mentioned Jiren, because this, I guess, could also be referencing Jiren, because Jiren's transformation kind of does have him go from like this gray-ish color to red, right? The full power Jiren, so it could be a transforming full power Jiren, I guess. But I think there was a specific reason why they made this a perfect circle, right? Hello. It's very obvious. So it could be Jiren. The color does represent him, and I guess he's kind of has a round head. I don't know. It's a very, very big reach, but I definitely think that specifically referencing this teaser specifically referencing Omega Shenron, just from the clip that I showed here, right? The blue Black Star Dragon Ball, or Black Star Dragon Balls. I think they're not the Black Star. They're the what are these called? The Shadow Dragon Ball? I don't know. Whatever the GT is called, the Shadow Dragon arc, like whatever these types of the cracked Dragon Balls or whatever. These Dragon Balls, obviously, like this is pretty clear that this is this. So let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys think this is Omega Shenron? Do you guys think this is something else? Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.